create a portfolio real quick. As you can see here, in the week, we're roughly flat, 1% down, 18.5% on the month, and 37% on the 3 months. Year to date, up 18%. What's up, fam? Welcome back to JRuss TV. If you know my channel, hit that like, comment, subscribe button. We cover all things business, investing, and self-improvement content. If you're interested, like, comment, subscribe. You already know. If you're returning back to my channel, appreciate you. Just wanted to show y'all quick little technicals of what I've been seeing in the market, some of my top buys that I've been buying this year so far. So let's go ahead and get started. First, we're going to start off with ELF. This is a consumer play I've been buying, dollar cost averaging into. I do think money will start rotating into consumer products. When that happens, not too sure. I'm thinking back half of this year, going to 2027. But I like ELF. I like the CEO. I like the road acquisition. Very bullish signals that I've been doing my research on between Justin Bieber at Coachella, numbers going up. The Kiss Coachella performance was one of the top ones, and you saw Hailey Bieber's sales go up across all boards, products selling out. So I'm excited to hear this next quarter. I think this week they'll be reporting. So we'll see. As you can see, we're still green, so it's still a buy on the 5-day. Still in a downward trend. On the monthly, you can see we are definitely in a downtrend. This joint fell from like 60. We were at like 60, 70, in the month, and we've fallen down to 55 range. So I just been dollar cost averaging on the way down, honestly. Still bullish. I've been buying this company for about a year now as well. So we're going to keep buying. Keep buying. Now, all the money's flowing to AI infrastructure, of course. But this is when you want to start scooping up some others plays, sneaky. You don't want to chase. You want to start buying these plays sneaky little by little. You know what I mean? You can see the bullish trigger here is around $99. So I'm going to keep buying share by share. So we're going to see what this next earnings report is talking about. And yeah. So next we have Hood. Still buying Hood little by little, not really too aggressively. But as you can see here, think we've just been consolidating really, still in the green. So we're still in a buy. You see, we kind of broken out of that downtrend a little bit, but unless Bitcoin pushes back up over 100 grand and or the market's turned back bullish, which it is. So next quarter for Hood, we should probably see some better metrics than last quarter. But long term, this is still a buy for me. The great wealth transfer. A lot of the youth uses this brokerage account, and this is where I see the future being. I like the CEO, so my bet is on Vlad, in all honesty. Yeah, my bet is on Vlad. On the monthly, still down in a month, just been consolidating in that like $80 to like $75, $80 to $70 range. We've just been bouncing back into the low was 69, and we see we got that bullish diamond right here. So that tells us that it should be beginning to get back bullish. But like I said, unless Bitcoin starts running, you probably just see this consolidate, which is cool. Zeta, if you just watched my most recent stock portfolio update, Zeta looks like it wants to break out. On the daily chart, you see multiple bullish diamonds, multiple, boom, 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 multiple bullish diamonds. On the 5-day chart, you can see we're starting to break out. We broke out over that $18, $20 range. And this is due because one, SaaS has been beaten up, and you see a lot of AI infrastructure plays starting to cool off today. And now we're starting to rotate into software. From what I'm seeing, Zeta was up 11% today. ServiceNow was up about 10% today, I believe. IGV was about 1.62% today. So I think we'll continue to start seeing some money rotate back into software as they've been beaten down. And on the monthly chart, as you can see here, we broke out. We were in that downtrend here, right around here. Boom, we broke out. Closed at 1920, which is really good. My main thing is seeing if it can break above 20. We need it to break above 20, in my opinion. So we're going to see. I'll continue to add. Well, no, I'm not adding right now. I added today. I want to wait and see if we can break above 20. But I think on the weekly, I thought we had a bullish diamond on the weekly. Yep, on the daily, multiple bullish diamonds. You see one here, 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 here. So, and here. So we're gonna see. Patience is key. Patience is key. Next, we have Nebius. I've been adding Nebius aggressively over the past 6 months. Right now, I'll probably start cooling off as it's at hot time highs. If we do see it start breaking back down under closer to 180, 170, I'll probably start adding again. Right now, I'm just cooling. I might not get that. I may get it. We don't really know. Nebius is pretty volatile. On the weekly, you can see it's kind of like a trim. You know, we ran hot AI infrastructure plays. As you can see, Nebius is down 9% today. Like I said, you see this? Nebius down 9, Zeta up 11. That's rotation. Now, like a couple more days just to see and really confirm that we're starting to transition into software. But I believe it's definitely coming soon. It's inevitable. Software was getting beat up. So once these software names want to run, and on the monthly, as you can see here, you know, we were at 160, ran all the way up to about 230. Now we're at 190. Now, if you don't have a position and you're looking to get in, I think this would be a good time to start adding, but only if you're okay with it going down back to 170 and you want to add more. If you want to add, get in now. But if you're not okay with it dropping 20% and add more, then don't. That's my new philosophy, you know, with any stocks that I'm getting into right now. But I love Nebius. Definitely want more shares. From what I learned, share count is very important than average cost in the long run. Short term, you know, your average cost, yeah. But in the long run, you want shares. You want shares of the company. You want more equity in that company because essentially what you're doing. Next, let's go to AMD. AMD. I ain't gotta say too much AMD. AMD has ran up so much from when I first posted this technical videos, but on the daily, it's sale. On the daily, it's sale. On the weekly, it's still red. On the monthly, it's AMD has run so hot. As you can see on the monthly, on the monthly, we ran from 280 all the way up to 369, and now we're at 420. As you can see, AMD, it's roughly flat today, so it ain't too crazy. But like I said, I'm starting to see a lot of rotation happening. Still bullish on AMD long term in a CPU shortage. AMD is now the biggest position in my portfolio, waiting at I think 27%. So we've been calling AMD out for a while. Meta, I'm still bullish. As you can see, Meta is still green on the daily. On the weekly, still green as a buy. I'm starting to rotate some of my Amazon to Meta because I think there'll be better upside. I know they're going through a lot right now, but I think Meta will see the direct beneficiary of AI. Like at Amazon, it's so many different businesses inside. All of it won't be I think Meta is a little bit more of a direct play on AI. A lot of people don't see Mark Zuckerberg's vision. But I think I'm going to put my money on Meta. As you can see here, after earnings, it fell very sharply from 170, and it's just been consolidated right now. So I'm adding little by little when I want to add this into a nice big Mag 7 anchor in the portfolio. So yeah, overall, I just want to show y'all some of the technicals here on some of my top stock buys of 2026. And as of right now, we have been doing great. I can show you all the portfolio real quick. Clear the portfolio real quick. As you can see here, you know, in the week, we're roughly flat, 1% down, 18.5% on the month, and 37% on the 3 months. Year to date, up 18%. As you can see here, Zeta is up 11% today. Nebius is down 9%. AMD flat, Meta flat. SoFi roughly flat. So, hey, we're long-term investors over here. A little bit of trading, but mainly long-term investing. I like doing research on these companies I like. I'm very bullish on the AI trade. keep a lookout on the recap video I did when I went to AI Plus Expo in Washington, D.C. Going to be breaking down a lot of good game that I learned from that expo. So JRuss TV, appreciate y'all tuning in. If y'all made it to the end of this video, we out.